Shalom, and welcome to another in our series of podcasts from Temple Beth, a dynamic center for conservative Judaism in Los Angeles. This is a recording of a Shabbat teaching with Rabbi Chaim Singer-Franks.
We hope you're bringing good things from the previous week into the following week. Into the following week is a very special week for us as we anticipate Matan Torah, the giving of the Torah at Sinai for Chag HaShavuot. And as usual, I have brought in some teaching from the Avodat Yisrael, my Hasidic teacher of choice, and for a little bit of historical context. The Avodat Yisrael was a student of the Maggid of Mezrich, and the Maggid of Mezrich was one of the first disciples of the Baal Shem Tov. So his lineage goes back to the earliest days of Hasidut, incredibly well-respected teacher, brings a lot of mysticism, a lot of Kabbalistic tradition, and as you'll see today, some very, very interesting, wacky kind of stuff, or at least that's the way it hits you initially. So I'm going to go ahead and hand out our teaching. So take a look at the first verse that he is quoting, and can anyone identify it? From what moment is this piece of Torah? What's happening here?
It says, in the third month of the exiting of the children of Israel from out of the land of Egypt, same day they came into the wilderness of Sinai. That is to say, or equivalent to renewal.
Okay, slow down. Chodesh HaShlishi, because every word actually has great significance. He's going to play up on the significance of 3. So Darabah. What's happening here? What moment is this? This is the covenantal moment. What is it? What do I mean when I say that? The covenantal moment. It's the giving of the Torah at Sinai. This is the moment. This is the day. World Series? Oh, okay. I'm going to go ahead and quote to you the full pasuk and the following pasuk just so you get a little bit of context. On the third new moon, b'chodesh hashlishi, l'tzeit b'nei Yisrael me'eretz Mitzrayim b'yom hazeh, ba'u midbar Sinai. In the third new moon, after the Israelites had gone forth from the land of Egypt, on that very day they entered the wilderness of Sinai. Vayis'u me'Refidim, they've journeyed from Refidim, vayavo midbar Sinai. They entered the wilderness of Sinai. Vayachanu b'midbar, and encamped in the wilderness. Vaychan sham Yisrael neged hahar, and encamped in the wilderness Israel, full stop. The people Israel, a single body of people, encamped there in front of the mountains. So this is one of the great moments which Yehuda Halevi looks to and says this was a collective moment of revelation for the entire people Israel. This is where the Bible brings to us proof positive that the entire people saw this happening. This wasn't just something that was reserved for some rarefied, unique individual. This was a communal experience of receiving the Torah. So what does he have to say about this? Well, the first thing that he's interested in is the words b'chodesh hashlishi. Who would like to take it from there? Either be'ivrit or in English. And let's. Oh, okay. We're in the English. In the third month. So it's the fourth line down in the English. Mm-hmm.
Where do you want me to go to?
In the third month, go to Mad.
Okay, so in the third month, that is to say that the equivalent to renewal from before God took them from the iron furnace from Egypt, and they consumed the cakes that were bought with them from Egypt, which had the flavor mun of seeds.
Beautiful. What iron furnace? What's he talking about? Iron furnace?
Slavery.
Okay, so he's alluding to something very intense, a very, very fiery experience. What happens in a furnace?
It burns.
Okay, yafeh.
Heats up.
It heats up. What does a furnace do to the material inside?
Melts.
Well, it melts it, yafeh ma'od.
It forges it, strengthens it.
Forges it. It strengthens it. So what he's alluding to here is that the fire of the furnace, the blast furnace of Egypt, somehow changed the people. Perhaps it toughened them. Perhaps it strengthened them. But it also melted them first, right? Okay, let's keep going. Oh, you know what I should also point out? He's saying, behitchadshut. What word do we hear in hitchadshut? What is the root? Chadash. Yafem od. Renewal. New. Chadash. Correct. So there's something fantastical taking place at this covenantal moment. Ve'achar kach alu lemala yoter vehorid lahem hakadosh baruch hu lechem min hashamayim. And afterwards, following this, who would like to take on? They were more elevated. Yes.
Following this, they were more elevated upward, and the Holy One, blessed be, he brought down for them bread from heaven and meat from heaven. The following is the third renewal, when they arrived at an even higher place and drew themselves near before the mountain of Sinai to receive the Holy Torah. It was in the time of constellation, corresponding to the twins, i.e. Gemini. This teaches that if one performs the will of the Holy One, blessed be he, they, the people together with God, become like twins.
What on earth is he doing here? What on earth is he doing? First of all, again, let's contextualize. He's not living at the time that the Torah is given. And suddenly he's bringing to us some 18th, 19th century conceptualization, which probably dates to much, much, much prior, because he's referring to what? To astrology. He's saying that what happened at Sinai in the third month, the month of Sivan, which begins Be'ezrat Hashem in just a few minutes, in which Shavuot is situated, is corresponding to Gemini. How does this hit you? Is there a problem here?
So it's Gemini. So a pair is in the past. One of the pairs is in the past, and one is in the future.
Okay, nice, interesting thought. One seems to be in the past, one seems to be in the future. Look at the illustration that I smacked into the middle of the page. This is sort of basically how Gemini is understood. Below the actual faces on the page, you've got the constellation illustrated. I got to tell you, I've never ever understood how people saw faces and archers and all kinds of things in the stars. But you know, when you have a lot of time and you're lying there under the stars, you know, patterns and images begin to coalesce. So I leave it to our ancestors. They saw twins. They saw twins and they understood it. And that tradition found its way conceptually into the Jewish mystical tradition. So what's he doing here?
It seems like he, to me, it sounds like that he is connecting the people of Israel with God, having a connection there that's going to take place at Sinai. And you have we quoted from 19:1. In 19:2, you have the classic line of Rashi when it says Vayichan Sham in the singular. It's like Ish Echad Belev Echad. It's as if they are one united people. So it's one people, one God. They become twins like each other.
Like each other. Beautiful. Yeshkoach. Now, there are, I'm not going to get ahead of myself because he's bringing to you some of what for his time was the latest science on twins. Very, very interesting stuff. Kadosh Baruch Hu Zeh HaChodesh Hu Mazal Te'omim, the constellation of the twins. Shomoreh HaKadosh Baruch Hu Im Osei Ritzono Heim Kite'omim Kiviachol. If we do the will of God, then it is like they're twinning each other. As if they are not quite, but equivalent to, in a way, of same flesh. They're that close together. They're looking at each other. They are caring about it. There's the image. How many people know twins? Or is there anyone in the room here who is a twin? I know some twins. Some very, very dear people in my life are twins. Twins have a relationship with one another which is like no other sibling relationship. I can attest to this. Twinning tends to, bivakasha, twinning tends to run in families. And the relationship which twins have with each other, let's put it this way, they don't talk once a day on the phone. They usually talk several times on the phone to each other per day. That's the type of closeness. Who else talks to each other several times a day? The people Israel and HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We have fixed times, as a matter of fact, that we communicate in love with each other per day. It's said that Torah is God talking to us, and tefillah is us communicating back to God in reciprocity. Let's continue. Where am I? Kivyachol. Uchmo shekatvu hamechkarim. What's a mechkar? Anyone on this? It's a very interesting little word. What are mechkarim? Like it was written by the researchers. Can you imagine? He's bringing in what appears to be the contemporary science of his time, people who know stuff about twins. Amechkarim she'ateomim im le'achad chas v'shalom lo tov. If for one of them things are not going so great, gam lehasheni kain. Then for the other one, as my teacher, Rav Pinchas Giller, likes to say, if you prick one, the other bleeds. That's the type of relationship twins have. That's the type of relationship which is being alluded to here in the Parsha. That's the experience of Shavuot. That's the generosity of Shavuot. V'im tov le'echad, tov lasheni. And if things are going well for one, then the other one shares in that joy. The beloved one shares in the joy. Devar, yes, question?
I didn't understand the connection to Shavuot.
Oh, because this is the parsha that we read on Shavuot, because it's the covenantal moment. What is excellent question? Thank you for giving us a pit stop moment. What happens on Shavuot? Matan Torah, le'amo Yisrael. God gives the Torah. The people Israel have the experience of revelation at Sinai. They're receiving God's word at Sinai. It goes deeper. It goes deeper. Thank you so much for stopping us there. Where am I? Devar mazalehu shinivru b'sha'a achat. He's saying that he's using creative language. He's saying that this matter of looking to the stars is saying that these two entities, these twins, nivru b'sha'a achat, they were born at the same time. God was born at the same time as the people of Israel? What? God exists ex nihilo, since before the time of the creation of the universe. How could God be created, be born, as it were, at the same time as Am Yisrael? What is he doing? This guy's a revolutionary. Is he? Is he? What's he saying? Anyone? What is he saying when he implies that these two entities were born at the same time, like a set of twins?
I can't help but think it says that we follow God, we follow behind God, and we do what God is doing. So there's this connection. There's this like there's this process, this connection between us and God. It's a connection. It's part of creation.
That's right. He is hearkening back to a moment of creation. That the connection is extraordinary. What is implicit? If we know, because we know from Sefer Breshit, in the beginning, Breshit bara Elokim et hashamayim v'et haaretz. God created the heaven and the earth at the beginning. These two twins were born at the same time. What? Remember the imagery that he's using beforehand. It's the image of the twins. The twins are born at the same time. So why is he drawing a comparison? I'm not suggesting that this is an easy thing to understand that he's putting forth. I want to challenge you a little bit about this, because what he's suggesting is an understanding of the relationship between God and Israel that's very, very deep, maybe even a little abstruse, but very, very useful to us.
I mean, if we look at time as something that can be conflated. You know, we look at time as happening point by point, but in fact, we're told that time happens all at once. In one respect,
beautiful. So you're getting ahead of it a little bit. I'm gonna fast forward just a little bit. Beautifully said. Cain habare baruchu kivyachol im osei rotzon. ולזה קרבו לפני הר סיני בחודש השלישי ונתגלה להם הקדוש ברוך הוא ודיבר עמהם כאיש אל אחיו. And to this, when they came close to, or came before the mountain of Sinai in the third month, and God revealed God's self, the Holy One, blessed be He, and spoke to them Ki'ish el achiv. Suddenly, God is not some high thing up there. Remember the twins. Ish el achiv. Like two brothers having a conversation. Like two brothers having a conversation. That is what we're celebrating on Shavuos. Imagine that. that suddenly what God has to offer us from on high is readily accessible, like two brothers talking. Ki ish el achiv lefi shehu mazal te'omim. He's reinforcing the idea because this happens under, that Shavuot happens under the mazal, the constellation of twins, of te'omim, yafeh. Od, בחודש השלישי שניסן הוא כנגד אברהם, ואייר כנגד יצחק, וסיוון כנגד Yaakov. So now he's giving you an intensified idea of what this tripling is, the B'chodesh HaShlishi. He's saying that each month of the year corresponds to a specific patriarch, and Sivan in particular corresponds to who is Yaakov, who is Jacob, who is a twin, and it's Israel. Yaakov becomes Israel, and what happens? How does he acquire the name Israel? By wrestling with the angel, with the messenger of God. Panim al panim, face to face. He's doing a very beautiful thing here. He's assuming, first of all, that you have some background knowledge, that you're able to sort of pick up on the poetry, on the jazz, if you like, of what he's doing. Bayom hazeh, the same day, Ba'u midbar Sinai. They came into the wilderness of Sinai. Ufeiresh Rashi, now he's bringing you a classical commentator. He's humble enough to not just rely on his own commentary, but he's bringing you the dean of rabbinic commentators. Ela sheyihiyu divrei Torah chadashim alecha ki'ilu hayom nitanam. So now he's going back to this idea. He's showing you where he derived this idea of renewal. Rashi commented it was not necessary for the Lo hayat tzarich lichtov bayom hazeh ela sheyu divrei Torah chadashim. Rashi suggests, which is also a little bit revolutionary if we think about the rabbinic maxim that there is no wasted words in the Torah. Rashi is suggesting that it didn't need to say that the words are somehow almost superfluous. The same day, if you turn over your page, but only to imply that the words of Torah were new upon you, as if this and every day, and I love the Ivrit in this, the Hebrew, Nir'eh l'ramez b'divrei kodsho ki be'emet b'chol shana v'shana kol yemei olam nitgaleh hadavar hahu she'aya bayamim hahem kegon bimei I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Only to imply that the words of Torah were new upon you, as if this and every day were the day on which they were given. So, Shavuos, it's the renewal of the people. It's the birth of the people in conjunction with their holy twin, which is just radical. It's an absolutely radical idea, the idea that in some way, when we were born ready to receive Torah, in some way, some aspect of God was born as well that day. I think it seems implicit. That's what comes to mind for me. Am I crazy for saying this? Or is this what he's saying? And that not only that day did the people Israel become ready to receive the Torah, but on every single day. That's what the Torah is saying when it's saying Bayom Hazeh. It's saying that consider this day to be referring to every day. That don't just wait for Shavuos. Don't just wait for Pesach. Don't wait for a specific month. Every single day is an opportunity to fulfill the covenantal moment. Who would like to continue in the English? I'm going to leave you with the rest of this teaching to take home on your own, but it appears to me that this is meant to hint. Who would like to take that? It's on page 2. It's the second paragraph. It appears to me. A new reader.
It appears to me that this is meant to hint in God's holy words that in truth, year upon year, and in every day forever, the thing is revealed that was revealed in those days. For instance, in the days of Pesach, when they exited from Egypt, and so too in every year, there are continuously souls among the people Israel who are exiting from Egypt.
Whoa, beautiful. There are souls who continuously exit from Egypt. What does he mean by this? Does he mean literally souls coming up from Mitzrayim, coming through the border crossing at Taba? What is he saying?
No. My best guess is that referring to Mitzrayim as Meitzarim, as the straits, the narrow places that keep them from fulfilling their most important dreams. And that's why I've always loved this, that during the Passover Seder, we're told that we're supposed to experience Yetziat Mitzrayim as if we're doing it right now. How can you really do it right now? Well, instead of reading as Mitzrayim, read it as Meitzarim, the straits, the narrow places, Min HaMeitzar Karatiyah, so that each and every, at the Seder, we have the chance to get the things that are constricting us, our greed, our lust for power, anything else, and it says that we get redeemed from those things that constrict us, and then we become connected with God.
You're a more on Haggadah. This much I do know. Yeah, absolutely. This is your iyun. Yes, beautiful. I think you're very much riffing on the idea that he's putting forth here, that it's possible for every Jew at this moment, and we're only, we're coming upon only 50 days. Does it feel like 50 days since Pesach? However it feels for you, from that moment, from the blast furnace of what was, a moment perhaps even of preparation of who we were to become, and the culminating moment is at Sinai when we receive the Torah, when we are panim al panim, we are face to face with the Holy One, is a suggestion that we can take this with us through the course of the year and through the course of our lives and be ready. If God is modeling for us the relationship of a twin, then let's model the same relationship between ourselves and every single Jew in the world. Let's treat each other as twins. Let's be ready to receive one another in Torah, in love, in compassion, in patience, in understanding, and all of the crucial, essential lessons which Torah is bringing to us.
You've been listening to another in our series of podcasts from Temple Beth Am, a dynamic center for conservative Judaism in Los Angeles. If you enjoy these podcasts, we invite you to write a review on the Apple Podcast website or wherever you get your podcasts. For more information on Temple Beth Am, Los Angeles, please visit www.tbala.org.